All right, so March 26th, Saturday, part 2. I don't know how I shut it off. Apparently I did. It's me, in case you didn't know who it was. Peace and love to you. Think for yourself. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Everything you do inside of you affects the entire collective. Every person, every generation, everywhere. What you choose in this here and now. All right, let's touch stuff. Look at that beauty. Hello, I love you. These are the things that matter. What's real? What's made up? Everybody's gonna starve to death. Meanwhile, we're paying people not to grow food. It's so funny. I was thinking about this area here, like this body of water, right? So we have crabs, we have fish, we have seaweed, other edible things in the ocean, right? We have a meat industry here locally within a mile. We have tons of honey. We have wine. We have apple cider, like the different hard ciders from local fruit. We have tons of produce, tons of honey. And you got the news going, you're gonna starve, you're gonna starve. I can't do that again. My lips just went, but now they won't do that. Okay, we're touching stuff today. We're getting close to Mother Earth. Look at this. I love you. Love, love, love. Love, love. Alright, so let's go down on the beach and then let's go up in the woods. Sound like a plan thing? So beautiful. This seems new to me, like more must have fallen. My eyes play tricks sometimes. I thought that was a rooster. I mean, logic kicks in and there wouldn't be a rooster on the beach, but you know, if there's certain angles it looks like a rooster. So funny sometimes, like I've seen a couple people when I walk down here, but in general when you go out, even when there's people, you're kind of alone, you know. Isn't that a cool trail? Love it. Oh, we also have maple trees here, and so you can get maple syrup, and of course, you know, pine's edible. This is a beautiful Douglas fir, Pseudotsuga menziesii. Oh yeah. Hey trees, I love you so much. Other thing with Doug fir, you can tell with the points on the end. What is real? What is not real? What is true? What it is not true. It's all about your perception. Totally facts, Crystal. Yeah, you're not getting them unless you're getting them from people that are actually experiencing them. You know, like that was what was so amazing about the Freedom Convoy, the Canadian one. We had live cam footage every day and every night. People loving each other, feeding each other, what tribal community is all about. Handing out food, making sure each other had gas, making sure each other stayed warm, just really helping each other and not relying on the government. See, we got crabs. I don't think you're going to starve to death in Northwest. I just don't. I mean, they're going to starve. About 20 years ago, well, let's see, I met my biological father, 1991, and I learned then, they have like thousands of acres in eastern Montana. I learned then that the government paid people not to grow wheat. They pay people not to grow food, so they can climb the food shortage and control you. Well, it's a conspiracy theory. So is my face, because allegedly I'm a hologram. This face is a conspiracy. This head, the shape of my head, it changes every fucking day. Conspiracy. Oh my goodness, look at these. Look at these. Look at these new buds and wow. I send you the energy from the beach. And this is not necessarily the bay, and it's certainly not the ocean. This is an inlet that goes over to, that's Port Townsend. And, you know, when we walked on East Beach, it comes from over there. And it kind of reminds me of a river, like a big river. So sometimes a gal craves a river, you know. So I watched on Disney this show called Parallels. I guess it's kind of a kid's show, but I love it, man. I love that stuff. I know that stuff, and I believe in parallel realities, and I've experienced it like, oh my gosh, right? There's just no way, right? Things like Jane Goodall and the apes, I mean, that is so, it really jumps out at me like daily, because you see her in different things. And I had a friend that studied with her and wrote a book on it that I went to high school with, people I knew personally. And now that friend's book is still about, you know, gorillas. But Jane Goodall never studied gorillas. It was always chimpanzees. Then, of course, there's the white sun. So, you know, you can shift realities. You tend to put a lot of time into wondering how you did it and perfecting yourself. But to me, it's all about removing every trigger, every program, being the best version of me that I can be. And every shadow, plus I'm transmuting to the collective. I got a busy dream time. I got so much coming up. And it's so funny, you know, you got your nemesis, right? Those who know me probably know my nemesis. And you could like just lay in the woods for 10 years, and then you pop your head up and they go, hey, remember me? I want something from you. And then you go, that's me ignoring you. Isn't it funny? What do you want to take? My birthday? My birthday? Okay. Art everywhere. And so, you know, you got seaweed or whatever on the trees. Isn't that kind of neat? You're not going to find that in Montana. Look at this. This geology here is so amazing. So this is sand, right? And the rocks. I posted a video on my Port Townsend news page about the local geology. And it's fascinating. You know, like all this foundation, these rocks, all this dirt built on top of sand. And how that all happened. And then this down here, rock. It's just so neat. Wow, I'm warming up. You'd be like, oh, your head's shaved. So, aren't you freezing? Yeah, I get cold. I get a draft. I feel rain like hours before everyone else. But here's the thing. I get really warm really fast with a hat. Go boom, just to get warm. And, well, that's that story. Hey, rhododendrons. I might go to Fort Worden soon. They have the rhodey gardens there. They're so beautiful. They're beautiful year-round, but this time of year, about a month from now, and they're all bloomed out and beautiful. It's so interesting, like, if the sun was out full force, there'd probably be quite a few people here, but I know, like, at Fort Worden, there'd be, like, so many more people when the sun's out. But people go shopping, they go, like, they do all kinds of things when the sun's out. Not just to go to the beach. It's like, I'm not a huge fan of the sun. I love you, sun. I love the downloads and whatever, but it's so dramatically different. Just all the people that come out of the woodwork. All right, so see the geology here. So that's rock and then dirt. I don't really see the sand layer. And then you get to see all of these roots from underneath. Hi, Cedar. This is a cedar. We love each other. Okay. Love you very much. Yes, I talk to trees. I hear messages from trees.